Very good. And
is that a hint to stop being insensitive towards the people of Texas?
no, fuck Texans.
Just letting you know that the recording was officially starting so that you could properly phase your fuck Texas right up front and make sure it was on the record.
Yeah. Anyways.
I've got 2 people in Texas that I like.
You and who else?
Oh, I'm not in Texas, thank God.
Bessie.
My big brother in my fraternity moved to Texas. And I'll include his fiance, so I'll give him 2.
Alright, well last week you guys went to a couple of the different mounds. You picked up some more relics. You met an old friend. You did some shopping in Luskin. I believe right now you are in Raven Rock, correct? Still? We finished up there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If only
Very
I
good.
was keeping up to date with my fucking dot. There we go.
Yeah, you also weren't labeling shit last week, but you were half stoned, so
I didn't even take notes. I have to go watch last week's video and then take notes on it still. So I have D&D homework now.
Oh, good for you. See, with plenty of things to take up your time while you're stoned. But where do you guys like to go now? Where would you like to go next?
Can we go hunt that dwarfy dude? I really just want to assassinate the shit out of him.
Our plan was Mound, Raven Rock, Xantharl.
Okay. Well, you got everything in Raven Rock. You got those 2 things, so you can go ahead and leave for Xantharl's Keep. Let's see here.
We're going to Morgar's Mound first.
Are you going to Morgar's Mound first?
And then Xantharl, right?
Where the fuck
that
is
the
Morgar?
planet?
You already been to Morgar's Mound. That's where Gothic is.
Oh, right. We're not going there. We're going to leave him alone for now so we don't die. Although I'm honestly having trouble telling who I would be more upset if they died, to be perfectly honest.
I'm kind of rooting for Gothic in the Gothic versus us fight.
Gothic is just so iconic, man. He's like
to be honest, I wouldn't have mind Caldrus dying to Gothic and then going from there, because then it would be one more oh cool part of the story. But I wasn't going to purposely just run him in front of a truck and then be like, haha, my character died. And when he dies, I want him to legitimately die.
Hey guys, I ran within melee range of the giant Goliath, who I knew had a cursed weapon.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Xantharl's, sorry.
Okay, so let's go to Xantharl's Keep, right? And he's the stable boy.
That is what you were told. All right, so you guys head over to Xantharl's Keep. It's going to take a little bit of time to get there. It takes a few days. I don't believe there's a map for that, right? Correct. Okay. So let's see here. Let's just do one encounter. So why don't, Verabrar, you give me a D100? I'm sorry, a D20 rather. I apologize. Actually, I think we've done most of these already. Never mind, we're not going to do any encounters. Not a large. Let me just make sure there's nothing over in this the chart as well. We've done most of the encounters already. I'm just going to keep throwing Matacores at you guys for no reason. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you can fly. It takes 4 or 5 days, but you're able to get over to Xantharl's Keep, no problem. As you guys land, there is a fortified village with strong walls and a keep in the middle. As you kind of approach, you can see some heavy crossbows mounted to the battlements around the both the keep and the walls surrounding it. So it's very well fortified, very defensible. How do you guys want to approach the keep?
Well, I mean, we're coming in on a fucking airship. Do we Do we want to go in there and saddle up next to this guy and make friends with him and then go from there? Or do we want to just show up and be like, all right, you son of a bitch?
I'd like to find him, but not like make friends with him. You know, like find him and be like, oh, we're looking for some horses or something. And then wait for him to go to sleep and assassinate him.
Do we know anything about Xanthar?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What did we learn about this place? I know we asked where it was, but what would we like? Is this just a keep? Is it a watchtower? Is it?
Guys, go ahead and give me history checks to see what you learned.
Sure.
All right. Ryle found somebody who was very helpful with that. Xanthar's Keep. Xanthar was a ranger, kind of one of the early northern explorers. He built this as a strong point for caravans and the like. Calders, you must have slept through this meeting.
It's true.
It is kind of it's affiliated with Mirabar. It's housing some guards from Mirabar. There is a popular inn with travelers, the Fallen Orc. The proprietor is a half ogre, but she is very friendly. And if you have the coin to pay for a room, the rooms there are comfortable and warm, and the food is good. The commander of Xanthar's Keep is a dwarf named Narbeck Horn, who answers, and again, he reports to Mirabar. So, a lawful place, important stop on the trade road to Mirabar. No, that's Xanathar, not Xantharl.
I smell
Just making sure. My old Saturday group killed him, by the way.
Xanathar or Xantharl?
Xanathar.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there'll be another one because there's always another Xanathar, but they killed the Xanathar at the time. But yeah, what do you guys? So you guys are approaching. You're high up, so you can kind of see it in the distance. You're probably about a few miles away. The question is, how do you want to approach the keep?
Well, I'd say we should at least fly towards it and park the flying machine somewhere a little ways out and walk in.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely not fly in.
All right. So you guys stop a mile or two outside of town, and you get down low enough where you can climb down a ladder and hike your way in. You were still visible, so but the guards they're interested as you approach, but the doors are open so people can come and go as they please. And just a couple of the dwarf guards kind of ogle you and say, "Oi, where'd you get that thing?"
I'm going to pretend I have no idea what they're talking about and that I've been walking for days.
Give me a deception check. Oh, that's a good one, traveler. I'm sure your feet are real tired. Your arms must be tired flying in like you did.
That went about as well as I expected.
Do you guys just walk in, or do you engage the guards in any conversation?
I mean, I have no knowledge about how the flying machine works, so.
Well, they ask where it came, where you guys came from. What's your story?
Oh,
Well, it's a very long story.
I'm just going to say it's a forged cleric and then point it and then pretend that explains it.
All right. They'll nod appreciatively. They'll give you little golf claps at your handiwork cleric. Very repo man. And you guys can walk on in. When you walk in, lots of, we're not talking, they're nice houses. It's not like a slum, but they're not nobles' houses. It's very much a workman's sort of place. Lots of barracks for soldiers and artists, like blacksmiths and that sort of thing. And one building kind of in the middle of town, you can very clearly tell is the inn.
Awesome. Okay. Is there like a singular stable, or are there like multiple that I'm gonna have to sort through?
You see a couple of different stables. The inn appears to have its own stable. There's also what sounds like a tavern in the front room.
Well, I say we hit up the inn. If nothing else, we'll get proper food and drink and can keep an ear to the ground to see what's going on. And then from there we can work our way outward.
Okay.
Caldra says in character because he doesn't have a voice.
Okay.
That's a good idea. I think I might have an idea about how to innocently inquire after Forkbeard.
Well, we don't have an alias or anything, right?
No?
No.
No, I was just making sure.
Not that I know of. If my notes suck, I'm sorry.
You guys don't even have a name for your group yet.
Are we supposed to have a group name?
You don't have to. The other group does. They call themselves the Misfits with 2 S's because they're girls.
Mm.
I'm glad that
one of them even took the band the Misfits, that skull emblem they do, and made it like pink with a flower on the skull.
I thought of a group name while high as shit on painkillers, and now I can't think of it.
If it comes to you, shout it out. Therabar is going to go to the bar and order himself a nice beverage.
Okay. When you do that, a massive female, massive woman approaches you, introduces herself as damn, I can't type. As Arzastra. She is the proprietor, and she'll be happy to pour you whatever you have a flavor for.
Okay. After a couple of ales, so he'll drink merrily and make small talk for a couple of ales, and then after the second ale, he'll start striking up his own conversation. It's just, what really gets me? It's useless stable hands. I swear, my stallion. I thought he was gonna lose a hoof after that horseshoe came off, and just pitching up a storm about incompetent stable hands.
All right. Give me some form of charisma check to see how well you, how good of a conversationalist you are.
Some sort of charisma.
And I'll give you advantage since you actually role-played it a little bit.
Thank God for advantage.
All right. She nods appreciatively, as a good bartendress will do. And she'll tell you that she's actually quite happy with her new stable hand. He just came in a couple weeks ago. He's going to stay on through the a bit of a vagabond, but he seems to know his way around horses, and he's going to stay out through the winter until he moves on again.
At some point, depending on who's around, bartender included, Caldris is going to ask if they ever have trouble with attacks from the east, particularly barbarians and griffins.
They say that the barbarians know not to attack the keep themselves. The patrols sometimes do encounter, the barbarians as they, the barbarians are always trying to sack various caravans and whatnot. If you're not protected well enough, the barbarians are going to will often try and take their life to toll, as they say. But the barbarians themselves don't bother the keep.
Calders will say, "Oh, we were kind of south of Lurkwood previously, and had seen signs of them, and we were just wondering. But we're headed up the long road now towards Mirabar, and it's nice to know that if the keep doesn't have too many issues with them, that the road should be mostly safe from here on north, right?"
They say, yeah, roads. We do our best to keep the road as safe as possible, and with the year getting on, trade's going to start slowing, and activity as a whole starts slowing. We have heard tale of troubles elsewhere in the world. Something about giants, and Goliaths, but we haven't had any issues with them here.
Yeah, it might be something to keep an eye out for. Make sure guards are posted and stuff, but don't go too crazy with it. There have been random giant attacks pretty much throughout the north. Sometimes entire bands, and sometimes just single roving travelers, it seems.
They whoever it is you're talking with they'll
assume
kind of
bartender. Just
the bartender and the bar flies at the bar will be listening with you, and they're kind of laughing and joking with you. They think it's just travelers' tales.
I won't correct them. I'm just making friendly conversation.
Right.
And then the last thing Caldris is going to say on that is he's going to kind of make note to say it's glad to hear that there's no worry about bandits and the like on the roads between here and Mirabar. I know the last time I was traveling on the high road, they had issues both on the high road and coming across the Tribor Trail. So it's good to see that even in times like these, the roads are mostly safe.
They nod their head and say, "Oh yes, the roads are safe." There was the high road is well south here. That's outside of our purview. If we had to, if it was anything to do here with Mirabar Southern Flags, Antharl would handle it and eliminate those bandits and ruffians.
Continue drinking.
All right. So yeah, was there anything, Ryle, you wish to have a conversation about?
Nothing in particular. I'll just be drinking and listening in on what everybody else is doing.
Okay. If you're all having a couple of drinks, let's say a gold piece for the pleasurement of the ale. And so that means that Veribar, the last thing you heard was that there was a new stable hand that just kind of keeps his head down and does his work.
It's a bit of a vagabond.
He's not from here. He says he's worked in caravans from time to time and worked in the mines for a bit, and was heading south to try and seek out a fortune, but doesn't want to get stuck out in the cold.
Yeah, I'll just kind of like when she's telling me that, I'll just generally inquire. You know, like, oh, that's great. Good help is so hard to find these days. You know, like, what's he like? And to see if she like give me any more information about him.
All right. Yep. She will tell you that he is he tends to keep to himself. Mostly just stays in the stable or up in his room, up on the second floor. And starts to describe to you his long black hair when all of a sudden you hear 3 blasts on the horn, a big, like a massive war horn. And she'll say, the keep is under attack. And she'll reach under the counter, pull out a massive fucking war axe, and charge out the door.
Alright.
Sword board and out the door.
First question, are we level 8 or level 7? Second question.
You guys, nope, you guys are still 7. You're 8 when you get back to the Oracle.
We're going there after this, I promise.
It's up to you. You don't have to go back right away. If you want to keep raiding various barbarian mounds and collecting shit, feel free.
Yeah, but the eye is on the way to the next 2 mounds.
Yeah. Plus, if we find out enough, we might not even need to do that. Right? Just go on to the next, whatever. I don't know what it is we need to do next because we don't know. But
yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to going back and turning in these 2 quests, getting the information, and then bouncing off to the east with our new airship ballista and all of that stuff, and seeing if it might be worth taking a trip to Citadel Fairbar.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Iron Slag, which is right next to our 2 things, because what's the deal? We no shit get a keep if we clear out that area. So
if you either clear out or ensure the if you make it so that the giants stop attacking the dwarves one way or another, they will build you a keep, and you should have 4 tokens you can turn in right now because there was 2 at Raven Rock.
Okay. I'll write that down.
All right. But you guys charge out. Lots of soldiers in the streets running up the walls. All of a sudden, a goblin is just flung. It looks like it's flung over the walls, and it's just kind of screaming and arms flailing akimbo until it crashes into a building and slumps to the ground. You hear some more thumps on the walls outside.
This is gonna be a weird day, boy.
Can we get any indication on where stuff's coming from, or just everywhere? Like perception, I guess.
Perception can work, yeah. All right. Anybody else want to give me perception?
Yeah.
All right.
Guess I don't need to.
Yep.
What do you
So,
know?
Caldrus, everyone's running to the west. However, you think that based on what you're looking at here, like based on the cries, it sounds like there's a decent number of people. But there's a lot of guards that went out over there. There's a lot of guards in this place. You think this may be a distraction to distract from other things going on.
Okay.
So
Help me.
they're attacking from the west currently.
Everyone's heading west.
All the guards and everything are heading west, as though that's where the if that seems to be where the attack is coming from. But you don't think that what you just were told. This place is not normally is pretty defensible.
Yeah.
You don't think anybody would be that stupid as to attack the main gate that heavily.
Help me understand this place in my mind. Like, give me a how far.
Okay.
From front
Think
gate
of it as
to other gate or whatever.
Okay, yeah. As you guys were flying over, you would have seen a little bit of this. There was a main gate to the east. There's gates north, south, east, and west. They're all heading to the west gate, which is kind of the big gate.
Okay.
But there's another gate to the east. It's about a half-mile diameter, we'll say, with a decent sized keep in the middle, and there's an inn and some houses and barracks. So, and it looks like all the guards are going to the west. And by the way, as you stand here trying to figure this out, more goblins are being chucked over the top of the wall.
I want some height. Watchtower, a ladder on top of a building, a 2-story building.
You can easily climb up to a building, up to like the eaves of the inn with an athletics check.
Okay.
We'll say DC 10. It's not difficult.
You say that.
Yeah. You easily scramble up.
Okay. I kind of just want a better idea of if I can see anything, whether it's lights, shapes, anything, any other direction besides the main gate.
Okay. Yes. As you can see the main gate to the west, with looks like probably about 100 guards or so firing and standing guard at the gate. To the east, however, actually give me Give me another perception check.
Well, there it goes, guys.
Great.
Several large forms you can see kind of sneaking over the top of the wall to the east.
About what size are they? Like,
with that 20, it's getting kind of dark and it's kind of hard to tell. Either they're like ogre sized.
First instinct is to start shouting, but I would also be looking if there's any kind of alarm currently going off, bells ringing, gongs being banged or whatever. I wouldn't want to compete with that if everyone was just screaming. If there are folks within earshot that I can scream at, hey, east, I would do that. If everyone has already ran west, I will run west to acquire people. Make sense?
Okay, sure. You can absolutely go to... Yeah, you have to go over to the west. Nobody's going to be... All the guards are already over there.
Okay. Well, I tell my friends that if they haven't run off, I tell that to them first, and then I head to be worthless. Caldrus is more useful running and yelling at people than he is attacking things. So.
Okay. I mean, you could go and attack things on your own. There's a handful of them.
Veribor's got this.
Okay. I'm gonna hope that the reinforcements come soon, but if the need be, I will try to hold off the approaching shapes.
Okay, but you're still about 1,000 yards from, or we'll say, I said like what, a half-mile diameter, so that's 2,500 feet, so about 1,000 yards. Yeah, so you're about 500 yards from where you saw those forms.
Well, it was like, is there like lots of like empty space in this keep? So like, or is there like
there's a fair
houses and stuff?
There's houses, but there is a fair amount of empty space just because that's where like it's meant for guards. There's like places for horses and for caravans and for that sort of thing.
All right, I'm going to suggest that we post up right when like the buildings start to get thick or the city starts to seem important. One, because it will give us good cover, and that's pretty much the only reason.
Okay, can I try something?
Sure.
Okay.
Could I send Socrates out there to towards those 4 forms that just came over the walls?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want him to be kind of sneaky, or do you want him just to fly up over there?
Well, I like him to be sneaky, but he's flying in an open area, so I'm not sure how sneaky he could be.
Well, there's buildings and whatnot. Give me a stealth check for him. We'll see if he's able to be sneaky.
Sorry, I had to pull up this character sheet, and I've got like... It can't be right. But oh well.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, he is definitely seen. But what you see, are you looking through his eyes? Do you have that ability?
Yes, I will for as far as I can. I think I can only get about 120 feet from him though. Before I can't do that anymore.
Gotcha. Well, he'll go and he'll fly over. He'll fly towards them, and he'll fly back. He is seen, but they're not paying attention. Like when you get back, you notice that he'll tell you in the way that familiars can that they are bugbears, and there's actually 10 of them. And they're heading in your direction, as though they were coming towards the inn.
Great.
I'm going to yell at anybody that can hear that there are 10 bugbears coming. We need to be ready for when these things get here.
Okay. I will let you guys all make stealth checks if you want to try and hide.
Yeah, I mean, do you know me?
And I'll make a quick...
All right. Are there still a whole bunch of people in this inn?
There are a few... Give me a perception check. Well, first off, are you guys outside or inside?
Caldrus is outside, headed towards the east gate to warn people.
I probably would have been outside looking around.
Okay. You can look in... Are you going to be? Let's say put it this way: are you going to be at the front, or are you going to be? There looks like the bugbears are heading to the back. So when you get that information, do you head towards the back, or do you stay at the front?
Well, when Socrates tells me they're headed towards the back, I'm gonna start running towards the back.
Okay. When you head back there, and you try and hide, you are unable to because you're startled. What you do when you go to behind a barrel is you startle a dwarf, who matches the description of the bandit you were looking for, who curses at you and draws twin hand axes. At which point the bugbears burst through the back of the stable. Veribar, you are of course hidden. Apparently, Caldus is running to try and get help. We will see how good he is at that here momentarily. And you guys do have a friend. You have a friend who is a terrible bandit.
Oh, so he's not retarded and he's going to fight the bugbear before he tries to fight us? That's very good.
I'll probably make some really loud, or I'll probably yell out some curse words when I see this guy, or when I run into this guy. But I'll draw my shield, or I'll take out my shield and draw my mace, and I'll get ready to fight.
All right.
I am just headed toward the front gate, trying to get more help, and
Okay.
yeah, I'm worthless.
So when you get to the front gate, you run up to the. We'll do you real quick. You kind of run up to the ladder. The guards are kind of being commanded by a dwarf that you assume is Lord Horn, who you were told about.
Right.
When you look over the wall, there's a frost giant in the distance. But there are some dead hobgoblins, a few ogres, and several goblins still left. You see the remains of goblins smushed up against the wall. A few of them are still flying overhead. The ogres have like catapults on their backs, and what it looks like is the hobgoblins are loading the goblins into the catapults and trying to fling them over the wall that way. But it's not very effective.
That sounds hilarious.
No, that's why I'm taking a break to enjoy that visual. Because even Caldris will be like, "Fuck, really?"
The dwarf nods and says, "Yes, they think they're very clever."
Look, I know you got this whole thing going on right now, but I think this is just a distraction. There are shapes coming over the walls from that direction, and I kind of motion off behind me and say, "We need help. Me and my friends are back there, but we need help." And I immediately turn around and start running back.
Okay. Well, give me a persuasion roll check real quick. We'll see how persuasive you are with that.
I'm a desperate guy screaming for help in the middle of a fight, so 18.
Yeah, that's pretty persuasive. He will send a couple guards after you. So you'll be back. We'll say in the there'll be 2 rounds, and then you will be there with your companions.
Guys, I got NPCs. Just so Ken has to roll more dice.
No, fuck that. No, Calders, those are yours. You're gonna get to roll those dice.
Just so Ken has to tell me what dice to roll.
Caldris got AIDS.
How do you spell barrel?
B-A-R-L.
B-A-R-R-E-L. R.
Ooh, what a great yard for hiding shit in. So Veribar, you're hidden somewhere. Ral and the Weevil are hidden over here together.
I'm gonna love it if you end up making best friends with this fucking dwarf. And then murder him.
Alright. I will be slightly generous here. Go ahead and you guys roll me to remember if you need to take him alive or not.
I was totally needed to.
Hang on. I have notes for that. What do you want, a D20?
Well, if you have notes for it, just be sure to check your notes. And I'm pretty sure I told you had to have him alive. I might be wrong on that, but I thought I
I
did.
mean, Calders rolled an 8.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. But more, you'll be easier alive than dead. But either way, it's fine. That's what the answer comes to. Bugbear.
Yeah, because I was going to kill this guy.
All right, and what you're going to hear is the bugbear screaming. Well, do any of you speak Goblin?
Good question. No.
Okay, then you don't know what the bugbear is shouting. They will get to go. Zoom back out again. That's too far.
I didn't make note of alive or dead. I just have Calders finds a wanted poster for Warvel the Weevil Fork build.
Gotcha.
A dwarf thief came from Citadel Fairbar and is making rounds. He's not outright violent, but will take everything. Rumor has it he's in Tin Towns area.
Very good.
They don't see me though.
That's true. They don't see you, so they're going to come charging this way then. Good point, Fairbar.
I saw you measuring the distance, and I was like, I don't know about that.
To make it close enough. Let's see. Actually, yeah, I'll take a defensive stance. Did I get the goblin sort of? Surprised creature, not surprised, so no. So they're just going to take a defense. They will. Actually, they have a javelin. They do have javelins. So they will try and chuck a javelin at Ryle.
Okay. You get 21 AC.
Yep. This guy's going to come forward. He's also going to try and chuck a javelin at Ryle. You have a 23 AC because you're going to have half cover behind those barrels from him. Nope. All right. Weevil's going to go, and he's going to look at you and say, it's a... looks like a good day to die, don't it? And he's going to come charging forward to the bugbear. He's going to just take some swings with those hand axes. He's going to hit with 2 of them for a bunch of damage. No, that would help Ryo, yes.
Yeah, I just realized it wasn't on the initiative list.
I'm not on the initiative list, but it's because I don't have a token.
Well, you also need to wait till a round.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you wanted me.
I'll put you on there in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, so it was the Weevil's turn. Verabrar.
All right. Verabrar is going to take a shot at this one.
Okay.
Man, that pink on this orange is rough.
You can change your color if you like.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to now. I hadn't used it until now. Oh, no, that's 2+2. Pale pinkish white. But yeah, I'm gonna use the old longbow to attack that guy.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I clicked the equipment menu, the attack roll menu. I was like, why is this not working?
Alright, that is a hit. Alright. So, are these guys humanoids? No, they're goblinoids. Alright. Takes him right in the throat and he cries in pain, but he's still up.
Alright. Oof.
Alright, you duck somewhere inside those barrels.
Like we're inside of an inn, right? Aren't we?
Yeah, you can duck into the in windows and hide in there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Lots of little hidey holes in an inn.
Yep. Gonna come forward. He'll chuck a javelin at Ryle. Nope.
Gotta love all the AC.
Yep. That's 2 1s in a row from these fucking bugbears. So wow, they're all like the dwarf is out there like with his axes out, starting shit, but they're all trying to hit you. A little too far. All right. They also can't. They're not getting anywhere close to you. They're not very good with their javelins. Your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of glad they're not attacking the dwarf.
This guy and this guy are both wounded.
Well, I want them to attack me instead of the dwarf. So I'm going to run up to about. Let me check once again to make sure I run 30. Yeah. I'm going to run to about right there. And I'm going to cast Spirit Guardian.
Okay. Very good. And then how about your golems?
Hold on a second. I'm trying to find the button. There it is. I had to change my setup a little bit. Okay. And then the golems are going to kind of duck behind these barrels. And I'm going to yell at them to fire at the bugbears. I'm going to have them attack this guy.
Okay. 3 of the 4 will hit. Almost certainly dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
1 bugbear down.
And I'm going to have the Spirit Guardians not affect the dwarf for right now.
All right. It's a 15-foot radius, right?
Yep.
All right. Oh, that was a weevil I put that on. Never mind. Wrong person. All right. So inside that square there. Very good. This bugbear will stay away from the fucking gears. And he will chuck a javelin at Ryle. It's 4 fucking 1s. Oh, that's a crit in the opposite direction. That's 8 damage. Ryle, as the spear takes you.
Okay.
Wait, they just crit for 8 damage?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's just their javelins. It's not. They're not using their. The reason they hit so hard is they, with their melee, is that when they're doing the melee, they get an extra damage die on their weapon.
Yeah, they just double their weapon.
By the way, these guys need to make saves on their turns. I don't know where they're at the turn order.
Right, it hasn't gotten them yet. They're towards the top of the order. Basically they have to roll a 19 or a 20 to hit you, Ryle. Actually, no,
That's good.
No, I apologize because that's when you had cover. You don't have cover anymore, so they can hit on 21. So not quite as hard, but still 17 or higher. Not likely. That's another miss.
That's what's nice about having armor.
Yep, that one hits you, but just clanks off your armor, though doesn't do any damage. Just gotta come down a little bit closer to you. All right. This guy is going to try and grapple the dwarf.
Grapple rules.
He will be successful as the dwarf wraps him up. The dwarf will try and attack him back then. And he will hit twice and slice off one of his arms and then slice him across the face, and his bugbear goes down. Verabrar. Verabrar, if you're talking, you're muted.
Oh shit! Sorry. I will be once again doing the same thing. Are any of the ones bloodied or anything?
At the moment, none of them are bloodied. No.
Okay. Then I will just target this one here, closest to me.
Okay. Actually, no, I apologize. I have to fix that real quick. That'll hit.
Oh, yeah, because I'm sneak. Sneak.
And actually, let's see. Where's that spear guys? 22, so 11. Okay, so actually one of those weevil hits went to the other bugbear over here because he would have killed it because Raw, your spell would have done some damage to that bugbear. He made a save, but it still wouldn't have killed him, but he would have made one of the weevil's attacks kill, not two. So one of those damages will go to this guy, and then he takes another 16. All right, so that means that's another one down. All right. Teamwork. This dwarf's a good member of your team, guys. Maybe he'll want to join your crew.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yep. All right, this bugbear's outside the square. He will chuck a javelin at cleric. Nope. This guy. Let's see, how smart is that bugbear? Not terribly. He is going to charge in, so he has to make that wisdom save. Crit fail, so he takes 22 damage.
Damn.
So he gets clocked, and then he tries to grapple the weevil, the dwarf. Surprised the bugbear's only have a +2 strength. The dwarf is able to slip out of his grip, however. This guy has to make his save. Nope. Alright, and he is going to try and bash in the head of the cleric. Nope. Ryle?
Okay, I'm going to face this guy and hit him with my warhammer.
Okay.
And looks like I'll probably miss.
That is a miss.
All right, and then I'm going to fire, or I'm going to get my golems two of them to fire at this guy. Well, same deal.
Yes, same. Okay, so those are both hits.
So 9.
Yep, he's dead.
Okay, and then the other two are going to fire at this guy.
All right. Nope. It's 22's a hit.
Just a 6 damage.
All right. And then roll me another weapon, another spell, so we get the new damage for the turn.
Okay, and then I'm going to run over here to these 3.
All right.
Well, right here.
Okay. Very good.
That's my turn.
Excellent. All right. Bugbear has to make his save. He makes that one, so he's going to take 5. Cal, just think about what direction you want to come from. You can either come through the inn, so from this direction, or you can come from like the alley, so from this direction. It's up to you how you want to come with your 4 guards.
Whichever one would be the fastest. So depending on how long the alley route would be.
Well, we're going to say it's the same day. How quickly do you want to be in melee with the fight, basically?
The fastest.
Okay. I'm just going to stay out here and throw another javelin. I think I have it. Yeah, it's not going to even come close to hitting. Alright, this guy is going to have to make a save. Nope. He is going to charge up and he's going to smack you with the Morningstar or try to. Nope. This guy is going to make a save. Nope. And try and smack you with a Morningstar. Yes, 9 damage, Ryle, as you get smacked with a Morningstar. Alright. You are good. Alright, Caldris, there you are on the thing. Go ahead and give your roll initiative, and that'll be when you go with your guards go as well. I will roll for the guards to make it easier.
Suck a butt.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. So all of a sudden, you guys hear a stomping of feet, and Caldris arrives with 4 dwarven guards. Caldris, you can do what you want to give them instructions for what you want them to do.
First of all, I apologize. Help was in short supply. And then I rushed to the bugbear. Does a bugbear count as giant Etten troll? I don't think so. I think he's goblinoid.
No, it is goblinoid. They're only medium creatures. They're big, but they're medium.
I'm attacking the one north of Ryle.
Okay, that one's a miss. That one's a hit.
Should just be the 2 swings at this point.
Okay. So yeah, those are 2 hits. That's 1 hit rather, and you've hit him hard, but he does not go down.
Yep.
And then the guards get to go. This one will charge forward. It'll try and smack him with a hammer.
Don't know whether to press my luck here or not. What do you think, team?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna joke that he told me I had to do all the work, and then he starts doing all the work.
No, I told you it's not worth the hassle. All right, that one goes down. This one charges forward, tries to hit this one. Does hit. All right. This guy. Oh, I forgot the other doors. Nope. And this one comes charging forward. That's all the further it can get. All right. Weevil gets to go. Weevil's going to first off try and smack this guy. Gonna miss the first one. Hit with the second one. And he'll go down. And then he's going to go charging off in this direction. Actually, bugbear. But he doesn't. No, he's 5 feet away. He's going to go charging off in this direction, trying to get away from all the bugbears and everybody else. All right. That bugbear is going to go trying to chase after. Yep. He can get to there. The dash. Veribar.
Okay. How do I want to handle this? Alright, Veribar is going to step up here to the edge of this barrel of this front corner. And he will shoot the bugbear next to Ryle.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, that's what I'll do for now.
Okay. With advantage. That's it. All right, it was only have 1 hit point left. You one shot that bugbear. All right. So you are right there. Bugbear makes a whiz save. Bugbear fails a whiz save. It was 10 damage right now for your spell, right, Ryle?
Yep.
Okay.
Hold 10 damage.
Yeah, almost killed it. He then roars in annoyance, and he smacks down. He's got 3 people there in melee with him. Caldrus, 1, 2, or 3?
2.
All right, so top dwarf would be 1, back dwarf would be 3. Caldrus, he hits you. He crits you. He hits you for 23 damage.
Physical damage?
Yes, physical damage, piercing, to be precise.
Cool.
Not sure why Morning Star is piercing and not bludgeoning, but it is.
Because it has jabby bits on it.
Yes, but the jabby bits are behind a massive fucking hammer, so I still think it should be bludgeoning. But whatever.
20
Hybrid damage.
23.
Write them a strongly worded letter, Ken. Write them a strongly worded letter.
Yes, I will. 23 damage on a crit from a bugbear. So you charge in like a hero, and you take a mace upside the head for your trouble.
Yeah, well.
Ryle.
Okay, I'm going to casually walk up to this guy and swing my warhammer at it.
The one that does non-lethal damage?
No, the regular one.
Okay. Oh yeah, he had 4 hit points left. You just crit him. How exactly would you like to destroy this bugbear?
Just hit him with Morningstar and just knock him sideways a couple feet.
Okay. You smack it into him. He falls over. Let's make the dwarf make a dexterity save. She makes it. She's able to step out of the way as the bugbear just goes flying off to the side and lands face down in the dirt. Big pile of horse poop. What he lands in.
Nice. Then I'm going to have the golem shoot at that guy.
All right. 3 of the 4 will hit. Not bad.
Okay. I'm going to look towards this guy, and he seems to have everything handled. So I'm going to start heading towards this one over here. And you can go ahead and start going. I'm just checking distances.
Okay. Very good. The bugbear is going to run the fuck away. He's going to move 60 feet in that direction.
Well, 45 feet.
Okay. Yes, he's going to... But he's fucking off away from 60 feet from where you are right now. Oh, he's slow speed, right? So yeah, that'll be 45 feet that way.
And he needs to make a wisdom save.
All right. He does make it. He takes 8 damage, I think. No, he had 1 hit point left. I'll be nice. I gave it to Verber. I'll give it to you too. All right, Caldrus. There's 1 bugbear and a dwarf who's fighting on the side of your friends.
Rush down here. Giant Slayer sword attack.
All right, that is a hit. 14, 23. All right, yep. You slash him a couple times with the sword, and he goes down. The Weevil looks at you, says, "Thanks for that," and then he bolts away.
I'll make a motion as if, like, do you want me to chase him?
Caldrus makes a motion like, who is that guy and why should I care?
Yeah, I'll do the same.
All right, why don't all 3, as he moves away, why don't all 3 of you give me either, let's say insight checks.
Well,
it's Weevil Forkbeard, man.
Well, yeah, but like, out of character,
we don't really know that.
What is this guy like? Does he look like just a stable boy, or is
he looks like this? Like, it's not quite that evil, but yeah, he's got a big bushy beard.
Well, I didn't know if he was in like proper like.
He's dressed like a stable boy, but he's got the big beard you were told about. He's got the the bushy hair. I know it's not a very good picture for him, But yeah, Veribar, you definitely. He seems like he might be your man, especially since you were told he was a stable boy, and you were told the stable boy for this place was, new to town.
I lost my character.
And the fact that he is surprisingly good with those very nice hand axes.
Well, I mean, now this makes sense. I'll let him get turned around and stepping, and then like it'll hit me, and I'm gonna.
Right. You guys all just kind of go. He was really useful. Hey, wait a second, and then
combat and shit. And I've been fighting alongside dwarves, and all of a sudden he's like, "Thanks, mate," and fucking books it. Wait, what? And then follow suit.
Right. So Veribar, you're actually more than capable of catching up to him if you would like to try and do something. Because he can only move 25 feet, so he can move 50 on his turn. You have
the extra dash, and I have 35 feet movement.
Right. So you can catch him even without the dash, or with your bonus action dash, and then you can attack if you want. Attack, or you can grapple him or whatever you want to do.
Is there like a tripping attack?
That's just an attack roll to push, or you can either attack, and if you hit, you can choose to push him, or you can do like a grapple where it's your strength versus your athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics.
All right. I'm gonna go after him, and I'm gonna do the tripping attack option.
Okay.
What's the actual distance? Is it 45 feet?
No, he's more or less off the map at that point because he moved. He was about 10 feet from you, and he moved 50 feet, so he's 60 feet from you.
Okay.
So you can get there on a dash, but you have to dash to get there. That's why Veribar can get there. He's a rogue. He has the bonus action dash.
Yeah. It's cool. I have other things going on. My next question, while we're talking about things, I have a sword and shield out right now. Can I drop sword and in any way wield a crossbow, or do I need to spend effort getting my shield off my arm?
If you drop sword, you can use your crossbow.
Okay.
It's not a heavy crossbow, right? Just a crossbow? Light crossbow?
I have both.
Okay, you can use a light crossbow. Heavy crossbow would need 2 hands. But yeah, so Veribar, you are able to knock him down. Is there anything you wish to do once you have him on the ground at your feet?
This is where I get shaky on how incapacitation rules work.
Well, there is no incapacitation is you tie him up. So that'd be an action or two. But if you want to try and
Yeah, I would love to tie him up. Ideally,
you can't tie him up without an action. But he's not even restrained. He's just knocked prone. But if you want to try to intimidate him or persuade him or something like that, feel free.
All right, I'm gonna yell for the rest of the party to get over to me, and then jump on him and restrain him.
Okay, well, you can't do that this turn. Knocking him over was your attack. That was your action. You bonus action dashed over there. But yep, he is on the ground. You just kind of shoulder blocked him into the ground. All right. Ryle, the other dwarves are very concerned why this other person is attacking a dwarf in the middle of the street.
Well, actually, I'm facing towards him, so can I even see their reactions, or do I just
There's murmurings of surprise. What in the world?
I was gonna start quoting Assassin's Creed when you start randomly climbing a building and the NPCs react.
Yeah.
Is the world
What's he
going
doing?
mad?
All right, I kind of did the double take that Caldrus did, and realized who that is. I can say, wait, that guy was Forkbeard, and I can start running over here towards Caldrus, or not Caldrus, Veribar, and kind of ignore the dwarves.
Okay, very good. So you can get over to next to them, basically.
Okay.
You have to dash to get there, so you can't take an action, but you can get there.
Okay.
Stand over them. And same for you, Caldrus. If you want to get to them, you can, but that'll be your action. Or if you want to cast a spell, you can cast a spell.
Okay.
You can move 30 feet and cast a spell, or you move 60 feet and be in melee with the guy.
Sword hits the ground. Proceed to start unstrapping shield. Start walking my allocated 30 feet as I'm doffing weaponry, and proceed to start pulling out heavy crossbow. This is the end of the Western movie. The guy is on horseback leaving town, and the hero is grabbing the long rifle from his saddlebag and slowly walking towards the edge of town to set up the shot kind of motif.
Gotcha. Wow, that's the greatest shot I've ever seen. I was aiming for the horse.
Calder's just gonna miss and shoot Verabrar.
Mm.
Definitely not
All right.
Quigley down under.
Well, the dwarf on the ground has, you know, a shadowy form standing over him. A massive armored figure charges up next to him. Looking through your guys' legs, he sees another massive armored figure with a massive crossbow heading towards him. He just kind of puts his arms up and says, "Hey, fair play, aye?"
I'm 30 feet away, so this is all one of you guys.
If everybody only caught him.
Yeah, I guess. All right.
And remember, there are currently 4 town guards watching you from about 30 feet away, about 50 feet away.
Okay, so
I'll adjust my attention toward the town guards while you respond to him.
Seems you were leaving a little early, man. We weren't quite done yet.
He smiles and says, "Oh, there's an attack going on. You got to try and find somewhere safe. The end of it isn't."
It's funny, I never quite feel safe around people I don't quite know.
He says, "You don't feel safe with people you don't quite know." And he looks down at himself in the dirt, looks up at you with a hurt expression on his face.
I've been trying to stall by like extending conversation with this guy while holding him. Has anyone come over to help me?
Ryle's with you.
Yeah, Ryle's with you, and I'm gonna talk to the
I
town
missed that
guard.
part.
I'm looking in my notes real quick so that I know how to respond to the town guard once we click over.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like so. Verabar's just tying Ryle and Verabar. You guys are there. He'll let you guys tie him up.
All right. Yeah, once he's in like a position where like it's fairly evident that he's like restrained, at least somewhat, I will like become less playful and like start using his real name and.
Okay. He looks at you confusedly, saying, telling you that he is not. He doesn't know what it is you're talking about. He's not terribly good at it though. So, Calders, as you're standing there with your crossbow kind of at a half-ready position, the dwarves come over to you and ask you what the hell's going on, and what the meaning of this is. Strangers attacking someone from the town.
Calders will start fishing in one of the belt pouches that he has around his waist, where you keep your belt pouches, and he's going to produce the wanted poster that he pulled when we were on the way to Everlund, and say that this man's a wanted criminal out of Citadel Felbar. He's been attacking folks on the road and is wanted for numerous crimes, the least of which is banditry, and I will produce the wanted poster.
Okay. They will look down at it. They'll look over at him. They'll kind of squint a little bit, and one of them will run off to get the lord of the town. And I
don't let my poster get too far out of sight.
Okay, you can take that back, but they're going to go and get the Lord when you show them that. Let's take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll be back momentarily.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And I'm glad you got that poster, because I kind of forgot what we're going after him.
Like, Cal just ain't the smartest guy. He's not actually writing notes like Sai was. Sai was keeping a journal. But as a character, I am writing notes, or as a player, I'm writing notes, and I'm making certain choices as a character. From the beginning, Caldris has been I want to be an adventurer or start an adventurer's guild and do quest for the good of the people kind of stuff. So when I saw the poster, I took the poster as part of that kind of motif. So if we didn't end up doing it, I was going to like I said, I want to start kind of an adventuring guild. So if I did that, I would have, hey guys, here's a go minions, level 1 adventurers who are now working for me. Go do this. I'm gonna go grab a drink though.
You guys there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, sounds like Hunter and Matt are still away, which is fine. I'd had a pee since like 5 minutes before that battle started, so I really had to take that fucking break.
That's fine.
I have terrible news, everybody.
That's all you can eat steak night at the Sizzler? That's good news. Alright, wrong. Matt didn't quote the movie right. What's wrong?
I have to sneeze.
That is... Oh, I should probably was pretty bad in your condition.
Yeah, it's super great.
I heard if you put a finger up your butt, you can make yourself stop sneezing.
I don't visit those kind of websites. It's fucking Steam Halloween sale, so I'm getting like 37 emails about shit that's on my wish list that's on sale.
Yeah, I got a 50% off coupon for Civ 6.
Yeah, me too.
I wasn't aware what was going on. I guess that's what's going on. Not a bad deal.
Yeah, it came out a few days before the actual sale kicked off, but not complaining. I should play Civ 5 one of these days.
I like Civ 5. Civ 5, I mean, the base game is not bad, but once they released a couple of expansions they did and rebalanced it a bit, it was really fucking strong.
A lot better, yeah.
4 is still my favorite. But
it's just one of those
that's
games
pretty good.
I know that I will get sucked into and spend way too
No way. Another one.
What?
Another pick 6. Baltimore is slaughtering Miami.
Okay.
I don't really watch lacrosse.
All right. So one of the dwarf guards runs off, and they run back. Not long after the captain of the guard, the lord of the tower, will come over, and he will ask to see your guys' poster. And he'll take a look at it, and he'll look down at the dwarf, who kind of waves at him sheepishly, and says, "Yeah, that looks pretty. That looks like that probably is him. He's been here the whole time, you say? Interesting."
It sounds like he just got into town a couple of weeks ago. He's been making his rounds, but we're glad to finally track him down. Is there any process we need to go through to take the bounty into custody, since it's technically within your jurisdiction?
He'll ask the guards to step away for a moment, and he'll take you guys a few steps away from the Weevil, and he'll tell you he knows what the that is 5,000 gold for the bounty, but he would rather not have it known that he was kind of here under his
It
under.
looks bad.
It kind of looks bad. He doesn't have 5,000 on him right now. If you leave it to the guard, though, he'll give you 3,000 out of his personal stash, and he will give you 2 magic items that he has on his person that he can supply you with. If let's see who's rolled so far. Caldrus and Ryle will each roll me a D100. I'll tell you what those objects are.
So basically, if we turn Weevil over to him and give him credit for the arrest, instead of getting 5,000 gold, we'll get 3K gold and 2 magic items.
Right.
I just want the record to show the last 2 D100s that I rolled under a 10.
Not bad.
I rolled a 1 on a D100 recently.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
One of the ladies in the Saturday game rolled a 100 on a D100, so I basically had him roll another one, so I got a second free item, because that never fucking happens. So let's see, a 58.
I'm regardless of what the magic items are, guys, I'm cool with not having to drag this asshole on our boat and across.
I know what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too.
3K gold. I don't want to get out of all the role play and everything, but 3K gold, done with this headache. Next fucking quest. we'll pawn the magic items and just be rid of the headache.
Okay. Well, it's a potion of greater healing that he has on him. And he has a spell scroll.
Maybe we should take him with us.
Transporting people is messy, man. Let's just get the guaranteed reward and not have to deal with.
Sounds like a crafty gentleman.
Transporting a thief assassin.
Well, he's not outright violent, they said. He's a little eccentric. I don't really need the money, and I definitely don't need the headache, and I would much rather that we get back on to the eye and parts beyond. Can you take us back to the overland map?
Sure. Give me a moment. I'm currently trying to figure out
Bearbar is going to look at you. He's going to say, if I'm being completely honest, I do it for the adoration. I love that shit.
One, two, three.
So as long as he's getting praised by somebody, he's pretty happy.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
I mean,
17.
Makes sense to me.
20, 40.
Well, Citadel Felbar is kind of the town over near where we're going for 2 of our magic items, but we would have to drag him through the eye.
No, they want him in Mirabar.
Oh, they want him in Mirabar? Oh, he's from Citadel Felbar. My bad. Well, then that totally changes everything. If it's just a quick ride up the road, I could go either way.
Yeah, you can just fly high enough that if he jumps off, he'll die.
He could be pushed.
I wasn't suggesting he die. I was just saying, like, he's very unlikely to escape if his only escape is death.
Considering it's a potion that we don't really need, and a scroll, and we've lost our wizard, I'm kind of on board with heading north, Mirabar, dropping the guy, and then heading to the Eye of the Allfather. But I will make it a party vote.
That.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I will try to play it down to the Lord Mayor or whatever this guy's official title was, and say that we certainly appreciate the offer, and we'll make sure that this doesn't come back to sour his name in the slightest. However,
we'll even give him partial credit.
Yeah, I mean, we'll even
that he assisted.
We'll even spin it in favorable tunes, but I don't know if you saw, we came by airship. We're headed towards Mirabar anyways. Once we're airborne, there's nowhere for him to go, so it'll be the easiest and safest transportation to make sure that he gets where he needs to go, and that at the end of the day, everyone, well, maybe not him, comes out of this on top.
All right, very good. He will nod and say, I understand. And he'll hand the scroll back over to you and tell you that you are welcome to anything on his person. And you can be on your way. Let's see here. He has 2 +1 hand axes on him.
Wait, he's paying us anyways?
No, the dwarf on him. The guy you captured.
Okay.
He didn't have any loot, but he has 2 +1 hand axes.
Does anybody need those?
Nice.
Actually,
and those are throwable weapons.
Actually, I'll take one of them.
I could take one and ditch my javelins.
Alright.
I mean, the freaking crossbow is great, like, if I've already got it out and ready, but for, like, mid-combat, I need to be able to reach to my belt, grab a hand axe, and wing it when somebody's standing 20 feet away. Or 20 feet out of range, I mean. So, move 30, chuck a hand axe.
Okay. Very good.
Chuck a hand.
That's the name of my new
Now,
band.
because of the +1s, you do have to specifically say you recover it, or you will lose it.
I've been very particular about recovering my not +1 javelins, so...
Okay. I'm not picky about mundane things like javelins and arrows, but for magical shit, you gotta.
There's a cat on the field.
Fucking what?
He's talking about the football game.
Oh.
This is an NFL game. There's a cat.
Okay, it happens. They get everywhere.
Who? How?
He was chasing a rat from the dumpster, and he got on the field.
That means they had to get like all the way through the stadium and like.
Okay, let's focus, gentlemen. You're able to get to Mirabar in a couple days. You can get your 5,000 gold. You'll hand off to the guard. Take them a couple hours to get the chest of gold up to you, but they will happily provide it. You guys will also get. See if there's anything official in there about it, or if I have to find one. Mirabar. Boons. I'm looking for the boons. What they will give you is they will give you a they'll make you basically a medal as a friend of Mirabar. So if you show that to any of the settlements around Mirabar or to another dwarvish establishment, you'll be treated respectfully for having done a great service to the city.
All right.
All right, and you guys have 5,000 gold. I don't know where you plan on putting that, or if you want to divvy it up right now, but you have 5,000 gold.
We will go ahead and divvy it up now since we're in town, and we'll remember to give a quarter of that to our long lost friend.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and sell some stuff while we're here in Mirabar. Actually, we got the ship. I won't sell it.
Are we setting aside a portion of the money?
Well, I assumed that our companion was returning, so.
Oh, okay. Is he? I don't know.
I haven't heard from him in a couple days. I thought he was going to be here. Something probably came up in his personal life, and he'll be here. He'll apologize, the next day or so.
Yeah, regardless, it's been a party of 4 the whole way, so whoever shows up can have a share of the shit. I have too much money anyways. I was going to sell some stuff, but realizing that we have the airship, I'm just going to make note of some items on my sheet that are not with me. They are back on the ship, since I am acquiring new stuff and no longer need like my javelins all of the time. And I will, I'll handle the logistics of that, but I'm just announcing that I'm going to start a chest full of Caldrus shit on the boat.
Okay.
I can actually make you one of those if you want.
Oh my.
Everybody gets 1,250 gold, by the way.
1250. Did you survive?
Yeah, sorry. I had to pass the message over to my roommate.
Tell him I said hi.
Okay. Anyways, so you guys got your loots, and
we're headed to the eye.
Heading back to the eye. All right, head back over to the eye. When you get there, you land out, kind of tie up on the edge of the. Put it up here. So you tie up on the other end of the causeway. But you got on the. Do you want to be able to have to walk across the causeway, or do you want to have to be just right next to the entrance?
I guess wherever they landed before.
Okay.
I'm gonna say we should leave the airship far away because our friend the giant will not appreciate the cultist being in his giant fortress.
All right. So you tie up on the other end of the causeway. You walk wide. It's a slab of stone over a massive chasm, but it's a giant-sized mass of stone. So you guys don't know if you get vertigo walking out in the middle of it. And you get back to the temple. How is your tokens? There they are. Harshnag will meet you guys in the atrium with the statues. He's like, "Oh, you guys were gone for quite a while. I was starting to wonder if something had happened to you. Did you get any of the items?"
Scored more than one, in fact. Had a few little adventures. We got a. Oh, the map's moving. Sorry, we took a little longer than we expected.
That's all right. That's all right. I've actually I got bored playing checkers with that poor ghost in there. So I started asking the Oracle some more questions.
Learn anything useful?
with King Hekaton gone, apparently his youngest daughter is in control of the court. And the older daughters are not pleased with this.
She running it different, or are they just not enjoying the fact that it went to the youngest when it should have been rightfully theirs?
He says that I don't know if they're running it differently at all, but they were passed over and they were not pleased about it.
Well, we were able to secure a couple of the items. There were a couple that were of interest to other folks, but we did what we could. And we wrapped up a few of our little side errands, like I said, along the way. We were looking to stop by here and have words with the Oracle again, and then, unless something had drastically changed, we had set our eyes east, where 2 more of the items are supposedly kept.
He says, well, maybe these items you have will be enough, or maybe you'll need to get those rest of those. Why don't we go see the Oracle and find out? And he will...
My next question was whether he had used the 6 questions already today.
Not today, no. So there's more questions you have.
Okay.
We can get to the bottom of them. And he will guide you guys across.
Hi, cleric image.
Yeah, I pressed the wrong buttons. I'm sorry. The ghost will pop into existence. Like, oh, hello again. I keep beating your friend at checkers. Hope maybe you guys would be better at it. Harshai's like, shut up, Aegon. You've had a lot more practice than I have.
Is he improving at least?
Nah, not really. Harshai kind of glowers.
Well, as long as you didn't beat him the same way twice, right?
Harshai glowers some more. The ghost just kind of laughs.
Well, we come bearing gifts. We were able to secure a couple of the items.
All right. Looks like the insides here have been cleaned up a little bit, and there is a circle in the middle of the floor, and the ghost will tell you if you put the offering there, the Oracle will accept it if it's proper.
Force another image to pop up. I have a constant loading circle stuck in the center of my screen now. Fixed it. Let's see. We had a shield, a mask, and shit. I'll put the mask down first and see if that is this a thing where I need to pile all the shit so that the Oracle knows we have 3 items, or is this a put them one at a time and we'll go?
Well, when you put the first one down, it disappears.
Okay.
And it says in giant. It echoes through the room. You have done a great deed for all giants. A new path lies before you. Porcelain mask. Travel southeast to the untamed moors and look to the sky for Lynn Armal, the castle of the cloud giant countess. The conch you seek is in a secret chest. Search the highest spire.
I tried to get all that down. South, Lenormand, conch we seek, highest tower.
Let me see if they have a handout for this. If one of you had been good enough to get the whole thing, I would have given you inspiration.
Got the important parts. I was stuck on trying to figure out what the hell, or how the hell to spell Lynn Armal. Oh, whatever, I was close.
Which one do you put down next?
Aside from the shield, I don't remember what the other item we have is. Wait, did we just get 2?
No, you got 2 more from Raven Rock.
Okay.
Last session.
Yeah, so shield from the worm, and then whatever was at Griffin, and then 2 from Raven Rock, which I don't remember. So I will put the shield down, I guess.
Okay, we'll shield that. So the shield went down. Okay? Putting the shield down. Very good. Shield is.
I know it doesn't really matter. I can pile them all in. I'm trying to figure out the connections here.
Okay. And by the way, when you put in there, there's all the statues in the room. When you put down the first one, the mask, the cloud giant statue kind of went dark.
All right, the Bone Club.
Mm-hmm. When you put down the... God, I keep fucking clicking off shit. When you put down the shield, the stone giant... I'm sorry, no. The frost giant lights up. And it says, travel west over mountains to the sea of moving ice. There, among the glaciers, you'll find Svarbold, the Berg of the frost giant Jarl. The conch you seek rests on his icy throne.
I put down the giant red dragon bone club.
All right, with the club. By complete coincidence, all 4 of the ones you got lead you to 4 different giant lords. They could double up. That's pretty impressive, actually.
Good job, team.
Yep. With the club, the hill giant lights up, and it says, travel south over tree, hill, and vale. Let the great river be your guide. There, on one of its eastern arms, you'll find Grud Hog, the den of the hill giant chief. The conch you seek is close to her. And then the last one, which was the club. Oh, sorry, it's the ring, rather. The fire giant will light up. Travel east over mountains and snow to distant spires. There, on a cold mountainside, you'll find a village of yak folk, and below that, Iron Slag, the forge of the fire giant Duke. The conch you seek is in his quarters.
Hey, doubled up on Iron Slag quest, guys.
Mhm.
And 2 more items out that way.
Look how efficient we're being.
All right.
I was gonna say, hopefully in character we had some way to like make a note of any of that shit. Especially after I put the first item down and we got the like big spooky voice.
We'll assume that you guys have a notepad out and you're taking notes.
Yeah. Even if we weren't beforehand, Caldris would have remembered, kind of like I did, the South Linarmal Conch highest tower, and then he would have made sure that someone was writing down as we put the rest. All right.
I actually have nothing to write on.
Well, get it together. You're the worst kind of Forge Cleric. You don't like doodle inventions while you're adventuring?
Well, see, I would, but apparently I took a Explorer's Pack instead of a Priest Pack. Thought the Explorer's Pack had paper in it.
All right.
All right.
And you still have your 6 questions for the day if you want them.
Yeah, I'm going to think on that, but I was going to kind of take Harshnag back up on conversation and say, well, it looks like we've got several different directions to choose from, several different objectives to overcome, and at least a couple of different conches to set us on that path. Like I said, we were thinking we'd head east. There's a few more relics to be claimed out there, but with two of the conches lying that direction as well, we might be able to catch a couple of birds with one metaphorical stone.
Okay. You only need one of the conches, if it wasn't clear. Yeah. Because the one of them will be able to get it over like a portal, basically.
Out of character, like, it would have been head to Iron Slag. If it's a complete nightmare and we're like bested, then we can pick up more options, head to a different conch, and then when we retreat back here, if we accidentally wander into somewhere that's too high level for us, we have options, basically.
Gotcha. Harshnag is all down for fighting fire giants. Like, the only thing he likes more than beating up his kin is beating up fire giants. So he is all down for going to Iron Slag.
All right, I'm down with Iron Slag next. Just me. Cool.
Yep. Anybody else have an opinion on that?
Nope. I'm thinking that's good.
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan.
Well,
I'm following you on this one.
I'm gonna say we level up our characters.
Well, hold on. Are you guys going to ask
trying to think of questions, and
no, you have today. So then the question is, do you ask the questions, and do you then leave for the? We'll say it's midday, so you can ask the questions, stay here over the night, leave tomorrow and ask more questions if you want to, or you can ask questions then leave and level up. Once you guys are on the boat leaving. It's up to you how you want to handle it.
Questions, camp questions would be my vote. I'm trying to think of stuff out of character to actually ask, though.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Well, yeah, we've wrapped up a bunch of our quests, and we haven't really picked up more.
Okay.
I think Caldris snagged something about orcs or something.
You guys have finished most of your side quests. You do have the big giant quest in front of you, and you don't know exactly what's going on with the storm giants yet.
Yeah, I don't know. We do still have a couple of side quests.
Although you're going to be heading there if you blow that conch of teleportation. That's where it takes you to the storm giants.
Honestly, we can ask them what to expect in that keep we have to clear out for. God, I can't remember the name of that dwarven Citadel Felbar.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, Zoltos. So, you've already been told the fire giants plan to rebuild a dragon-slaying colossus. That's what Ryle's been so pumped about.
Yes, I do have something to ask then.
Okay.
I completely forgot about that. I'm going to ask him, where are the pieces for the dragon slaying construct?
Okay. The largest pieces have been collected. The drow bring the forge to Iron Slag.
The drow?
That is what it's the oracle said.
Wow.
I've got another question. Do y'all care if I ask again, or?
No, you would. We got like a dozen.
Who collected these? Who collected all of the pieces? And, well, I guess who collected all the pieces first?
Duke Zalto sent out many giants. They have collected many pieces.
All right. Remind me, Iron Slag. That is Duke Zalto's home, right?
Well, that seems they told you that the leader of the fire giants was Duke Zalto, and that it just told you to go to Iron Slag. So that seems likely.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at them. I couldn't remember exactly where it was, where he was. I know you told us before, but okay.
Yep.
And then I'm going to ask him. I got one more question about this, if y'all don't mind.
Verabar will take a slight bow and motion for him to go ahead.
Hello.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about how to word this and get it all into one question. You know what? Come back. I'm trying to. Or if y'all want to go ahead and ask questions, go ahead. I'm trying to figure out how I can word this in one question. So go ahead and ask your questions, I guess.
I mean, I did not have any, so.
Oh, okay then. Caldas, did you have some?
Caldas was simply going to step into the circle and ask the Oracle where Zapharos, the cloud giant and the weird tower.
Okay.
Where he's at and what mission he's currently undertaking. I don't know if that counts as a double question.
That would be two questions. As far as
Then
where he's
what he's currently doing would be my first question.
Okay. He is searching for the Moonshae Isles.
Searching for the Moonshae Isles?
That was the answer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I step out of the circle.
Okay.
Lost Island.
No, I mean if you guys all know, I have an idea at least of where the Moonshae Isles are off the coast. If you all throw your minds back, you remember that when he left you, he said he was heading there and then heading the exact.
Yeah.
So he seems to just be kind of like Bugs Bunny going to Albuquerque. He's just never quite able to get there.
Should have taken a left.
Okay, I'll step into the circle. Where could I gain the knowledge to reconstruct the giant slang construct?
The knowledge you seek is in. The knowledge you seek can be found in Iron Slag.
Okay, then. So I'm going to look at everybody else. Well, I assume that if the knowledge of recreating it's in Iron Slag, more information about this thing will be found there too. I've got one last question. Do y'all have anything else?
No, go ahead.
What do the drow have to do with this whole situation?
Let's see here.
That's how you get around double questions.
The drow have stolen the Dawn Titan. When you say that, why don't you guys, if any of you have it, I know Tyler does, Ryle, if anybody else does too, anybody with a knowledge of the dwarfs can give me a history or arcana check.
I have enough Dwarven knowledge to speak Dwarven.
That counts. That's fine. So knowledge, Arcana or History.
Nice.
So Calders don't know shit.
Yeah, well, welcome to Calders.
Ryle, would you like to check it, or are you just going to be like, I don't know what the fuck that is?
Oh no, I thought you said I already knew what it was.
No, you don't. I need you to roll for it, because I know you got
dwarf stuff.
Yeah, you qualify as knowing dwarf shit.
Oh, okay. Really?
Ha, suck it. Calders knows more than you do, and he doesn't know shit.
That's pretty impressive. Ryle, I'll tell you what, because of your background, being trained by the Dwarven Smiths, I will give you advantage. Go ahead and roll it again. Okay. You don't know what it is. You've heard the Dawn Titan be in reference to the great forges under Gauntlgrim, but you don't know how they'd steal an entire Dwarvish forge to take to the giant tower.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of another quest-related question before I just start asking selfish things.
Ask away, man. I don't have anything better to ask. It's
Well, a lot of my questions are very
You can discuss, as long as you're not in the circle, you can discuss questions among yourselves.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like a lot of my questions are tricksy worded, and I'm not trying to be that way. They're just the sort of questions that jump to mind as a player, like, are we ready to face the trials in Ironslag? I mean, this is D&D, and the dice could fuck us, right? So, but like I don't really know what's going to await us in Ironslag except a whole bunch of fire giants, and I don't know a good way to ask, hey, how do we go about this? You know, what would be the best... If I step into the circle and I'm like, what's the best way to clear out Ironslag? And the giant's just like, kill all the fucking fire giants. Then I kind of wasted a question. But I was hoping to try to find some key nugget of like, if you kick the gong off the top of the castle, everyone will evacuate because their god has been thrown from the towers. I don't know what I'm rambling on about anymore. Somebody else please talk.
Well, all my questions are selfish.
Mine were mostly about us going forward. I was trying to think of good selfish questions for Geldris, but they're all kind of vague. Like, how could I go about doing character goal number 1? But I could, you know, do that wherever I went, so... I mean, we could always ask if Knights don't ever got their shit figured out.
It's reasonable.
What other people have we encountered on our little journey? I don't really care about the son that stole the weapon.
We could ask where the wizard is.
Which wizard?
The ogre wizard, or the giant wizard whose name I can't remember at the moment.
You got to give me just a hair more.
I think he's talking about Zephyros, which you just asked.
Oh.
Yeah, they just asked. Yeah, he just asked about that. He's trying to find the Moonshit Isles.
Yeah.
That's what I get for forgetting this guy's name.
We could ask questions to further our Jarl Starvald quest madness, because that's our main side quest aside from the mission is headed south, because the ice rune is Jarl Starvald soaking out, is seeking the artist Simber guy, and we know he's somewhere down in Schult, but we could clarify more on that line of questioning. I don't know if you guys want to go to Cholt or whether you want to keep following the Iron Slag stuff right now.
Well, I think if we went to Cholt, we would move to a different campaign. Would we?
More than likely.
Okay. Iron Slag then.
Now you did get information about Storvald in there, or at least about Frost Giants. I'll give it. I'll let you know it is Storvald.
I was about to ask about Frost Giants.
Yep. Yeah. Frost Giants. Travel west over mountains to the sea of moving ice. There among the glaciers you'll find Svarborg, the burg of the Frost Giant Jarl. The conch you seek rests on his icy throne.
Now, would we know in character that all these conches are going to take us to the same place, or will we think that one of them might take us to someplace different?
Based on the information you got the last time you were here, the conchs are the way to Maelstrom, to the Storm Giant court.
Okay. This is again a kind of. I'm trying not to be vague, Ken, I promise, but I'm going to ask a vague question. Galders will step into the circle, and he will ask the Oracle, must all the conches be taken by force, or are any of them open to be bartered or otherwise acquired?
The giants guard their treasures greedily, but none are. I'm trying to be it all riddly. None of them are going to give it up without some kind of recompense, but if you can find something they want, perhaps you can barter with them.
Okay. I just didn't know if this was
all fancy sounding.
Yeah, I just didn't know if this was you will only get them by bloodshed. They will. It's such a prized thing that they protect it with their life.
Oh yes.
I'll be right back.
What I meant by that question was, I mean, it seems kind of odd that, well, I guess they would all have a way to get to the Storm Giants, but at the same time, it just says conch. It doesn't say, like, the conch to the Storm Giants. I didn't know if one of them would take, or some of them would take you somewhere else or not.
Well, and in theory, they could be other teleportation devices that'll take you elsewhere. These were set up by the Storm Giants to take you to them. Because again, the Storm Giants were the king of the giants, so these are all the other giant leaders' way to get to their king.
Okay.
Mm.
And that was 6 questions. So you guys can then exit the temple, and you can rest. Exit the sanctuary rather. Back into here, you can rest overnight. You can level yourselves up if you like.
All right. I actually have to be awake in like 4 hours, so I think I have to call it.
Okay, that's fine. So go and level yourselves up. We'll go ahead and pick it up again next week. And Matt, I know you guys. It's late for you guys on the East Coast. We'll see if Caldress is free earlier in the day. We can start earlier. I'm fine. I can start whenever.
That would be actually ideal for me, but if you can't, I will switch to napping beforehand. I just had a crazy week.
No worries. So just be sure you guys are all leveled up by next week. And thank you all for playing.
All right.
Thank you as always.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry I was kind of out of it today.
No worries.
All right. I'll see you all next week.
Later.
See ya.
Hunter, are you there?
Calders is back.
Okay, well, Matt was falling asleep, so we called it there.
Oh, well, crap.
So you guys finished up the end of the end. He asked this question. You guys got out of the room before the portal shut. You rested up overnight. So next morning, you guys are leveled up, and from there, you can ask more questions tomorrow and then head out.
Sure. I want to work on asking better questions. I should have known that we probably would have ended up there this session, but it's been kind of a funky week. But I'm trying to get more specific kind of questions instead of this vague, like, where are my deepest desires currently hiding?
I also know I was a little too obtuse earlier in the campaign, so I actually set some stuff up for later in the campaign, but I didn't set up how to get you to that point, and that's partially my fault, and I apologize.
Well, we also kind of lucked out on some of our journey. We didn't pick up too many side quests, and we completed a lot of the ones that we did pick up. So right now, like, this is meta knowledge, but I know that Storm King's Thunder is a huge, vast, go do shit kind of module, and even on top of that, any random town we stop in, I can be like, hey Ken, what's on the bulletin board in this town?
Right, but at this point, this is where you should have an idea of what's going forward, and I don't think I gave you enough information. Think about, ponder what you know about the Storm Giants, and think about questions you can ask in regards to that. That'll be the best place to go in the future.
Yeah.
Just for reference.
Yeah, my plan currently is bounce to Iron Slag, turn around, come back, see the Oracle one last time before heading west out over the frozen ocean towards Frostgiant land. That may change along the way, but just so that you know, as a player wandering through this, that is the current quest line I have plotted out, is go east, try to do east things, come back across here, say hi, head to whatever the hell. Svarvold. Svardborg. But yeah.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. Thank you for letting me know. And I will talk to you. I'm sure I'll talk to you throughout the week, and I'll see you.
Feats are allowed, right? Feats are a thing. Yeah, I already have a feat. Cool. So I shouldn't have any questions for leveling up or anything.
Yeah, only feat not allowed is lucky.
Yeah, fuck lucky.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, have a good.